Hello. So it's been a few weeks, maybe a few months even since I spoke to you last. I finished the film, the short film. I do this because it's like 3 minutes long, so I don't even know if you can consider it a short film. Um, I think the correct term is micro film at this point, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. There's plenty of stuff that sucks. There's plenty of stuff that's good, but I'm really happy. Like it just was a perfect first endeavor into filmmaking for me. I was so surprised at how long it took. Not the actual filming, like we did that in a day. I'm so surprised how long it took to edit and write and things like that. Um, Gosh, I can't remember now, but I think it took like between when I started writing to when I put it up on, I almost said Instagram. When I put it up on YouTube, it's probably 3 months. 3 months for 3 minutes. Editing is hard when you don't have good footage, when you don't have the shots that you want. So I encourage you, and I encourage myself to continue making shot lists and not being afraid when you're actually filming to film something that's not on the shot list. Directing is kind of nerve-wracking, actually, especially if you, because you can picture how you want things to go in your head, and then you get into a room with actors and none of it is how you pictured it, and it kind of sets you off track a little bit, and you're like, okay, well, how do I get this here and now as opposed to what I've been seeing in my head the entire time, which is a totally different place, totally different people. How do I do that? As a director, I didn't do anything. I know one time I told one of the actors, I was like, you're you're a little too serious right now. Come on, he just came home, you're happy to see him, like, let's see that. And that was the extent of it. I can tell you, I was working with friends of mine, and I was scared to say anything to them. As I continue directing, I know that I have to be more vocal and be willing to speak my mind and tell people what I want to see and hear from them. But not step on their toes, because they're actors and they have good ideas too, and you know, something that they've been thinking or feeling could be totally better than what I had pictured in my head. So sound's important. Sound is very important. There is some sound in the short film that I made that is kind of like, it was like, I don't know what the term for it is, but like when you're in Premiere and you're looking at like the gauges, the things, the sound, whatever, it goes off the scale. There are a couple moments in the film, especially in the scene that I'm in, where the microphone was too close or it was too sensitive, and that sound is lost. Like, it's like crackly and it doesn't sound good. So be aware. It's another thing that I need to think about and do. In the case of this short film that I made, Blue Giraffe, you know, we didn't have a lot of people, and we didn't have the separate, I don't know what any of these things are called, but I'm learning. We didn't have the separate recorder with the mic. The mic was just plugged right into the camera, so there was no way of gauging whether it was too loud or too soft or whatever it was. So I plan on buying a camera, mic, and the recorder, so that I can start making stuff of my own and get used to working with the equipment and not have to depend on someone else for their stuff. I really haven't done anything in the last, since I've talked to you last. I've written, but I haven't really done anything. And I think if I had a camera and mic and whatever else, maybe some rudimentary lights, I might have already done something, whether it had a narrative to it or whether it was just me out riding my bike in Los Angeles and filming pretty stuff and editing that together with music. Like, I probably would have done something like that already, but I don't have a camera, and it's holding me back, I guess. To be honest, I'm not gonna be so entirely concerned with finding the most amazing camera and having to worry about spending too much money, because I would rather, I'm at a point right now where I do not give a fuck what it looks like. If I can get the actual shots, if I can get the shot to look good, if I can get the sound to sound good, if everything else falls in place but it's not fucking 4K and, all that stuff that everybody's so concerned about, it's okay. Because I'm more concerned about the story, I'm more concerned about the composition than, man, that shot is fucking crystal clear, dude. I don't know if this is going to be any help to you at all, but I know it'll be fun for me to, in 10 years, look back, whether I never make another film again or I make 1,000. It'll be fun for me to look back and be like, oh, that's where I started, or oh, that's where I stopped. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Huh?
Is that moving at all?
No, it's static.
See, I think it looks good, but you can do whatever you want. You're still rolling.
Okay.
I forced it.
Not watching. I'm gonna act real hard on this. Action. Or not.
Sorry, I was just about to burp.
Action.